Alrighty. Just syncing up, that should be done now. And I'd like to, first and foremost, before I get anything started in terms of discussions, I'd like to welcome you all to the very first part of Doomlink's live hunts. That is the name that I've decided on when it comes to my Monster Hunter live streaming series. And it just works because, of course, the Monster Hunter video recording series that I have been doing for a while now, it was September of 2015 when I started that. I wasn't intending on starting it before then, and I did a number of recordings that never ended up on YouTube for one reason or another. Generally because I was going off on huge ranting tangents about Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate and whatever else I was ranting about. But finally I settled on a first video for random hunts in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate back in September. And, well, September of 2015. You know, back in September, that's extremely unspecific. But this is the first time that I'm actually recording something on the PC. So the actual video source is not from something separate to where OBS is located, it's actually on the same system. So theoretically that should be easier, but because it's different to what I'm used to, it's harder for now. So that's pretty much the situation. I have already been pinged in Hunsterverse because I have made it clear that I'm interested in hunting by looking at what quests are available in Portable Third. And of course that's one thing that I should be addressing as well. It is the fact that we are currently playing Monster Hunter Portable Third. I will touch on the fact that I did do one live stream which I'm going to pass off as a test live stream for something that was going to be the series that is currently to be. It was just the Monster Hunter livestream series, that's what it was called back then, and that particular recording didn't go so well for a few reasons. Mainly, however, it was an issue to do with the fact that I looked like a pale ghost. It really wasn't very good at all. Now, there are so many things for me to address here, so I need to try and get my thoughts organised. So, first and foremost, we are playing Monster Hunter Portable Third. Now, this is not my original Monster Hunter Portable Third character, which I started in 2010. Unfortunately, I lost that character along with my original Freedom Unite character in 2012 sometime. It was rather tragic, yes, and it made it easier for me to just slow down really heavily with my Monster Hunter play around that time. So between 2012 and 2018, let's say, I really was slowing down my Monster Hunter play a lot, at least compared to how it was before that point, when I was absolutely killing it on Try, playing so much of that game. And then, not only that, but I was also putting a lot of time into Unite and Portable Third. And then, all three of those saves, ladies and gentlemen, no longer exist. And you guys wonder why I'm so anal about my save game progress. Well, now you know. Well, I've mentioned it a few times, but if you weren't aware, you are aware now. At least I would like to think so. Just in the meantime, I need to make sure that everything is working nice and smoothly in Twitch and YouTube. Of course, multi-streaming as per usual. Another thing to address is the fact that I will be using Hunsterverse to play online as I do this. Now, Hunsterverse, just to give it a brief introduction, it is essentially a Discord-based VPN. I don't want to say the word client because that's probably the wrong usage of the term, and it's not my area of expertise, I must say. But Hunsterverse is basically a service, we'll call it, where you log into a Discord server, or you sign up for the server, but you're also signing up through some VPN thing on their website as well. It's difficult for me to describe because it's been a long time since I've gone through the sign-up process, but basically it links three things: PPSSPP, OpenVPN, and Discord. And these three things working in tandem with one another produces the online gaming experience that Hunsterverse offers. And it's very smooth. Regardless of whether or not you understand what I'm telling you, you'll be able to see as I'm recording here that the experience is very smooth. There is basically an online community on the Discord server that you can talk to, using Discord commands which have been linked to OpenVPN and all sorts of things. The guy behind it is basically a wizard, long story short. You can look at the list of rooms that are in there, so they have rooms set up. It's such a long explanation because it has to do with the fact that maybe some of you aren't aware of how you conduct online in the PSP games. It's basically, it's kind of like local play, and the only way to not have it be local play is to do it through ad hoc, and it's yeah, a nightmare. Basically, you can have the in-game rooms here be utilized using other servers that aren't within the game. Long story short, this game does not have dedicated servers of its own, and it never has. And it's the same with all of the PSP games. So, with that out of the way, what else was I wanting to talk about? Oh yeah, I'm not using headphones. Why is that, Doomlink? What are these black things in your ears? I bet the game sounds like shit through them. Well, actually, the game doesn't sound like shit through them. These are very expensive in-ear headphones. They're pretty much, you know, proper studio monitors, actually. Maybe not. Maybe you'd want to spend a little bit more money if you were actually intending to monitor on these, or something like these. But these are by Etymotic, and they are ER3 XRs. That's what they're called. So if you want to look into them, they're pretty good. I'm not going to spell out Etymotic because it has like a weird O. It's ETYMOTIC, but it's like got a weird thing with the O. I don't know if that's stylistic or it's actually what it is, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. These in-ear headphones create huge sound isolation, so this is kind of new for me, to do a commentary where I can't hear myself talk, and the only way that I can hear myself talk is through direct monitoring, through my audio interface. So that's the reason why direct monitoring exists in the first place. It's so that you can actually hear yourself when you are wearing sound isolating headphones or earphones or whatever. So that's currently what I'm doing, and if it weren't for that direct monitoring, I wouldn't be able to hear myself right now. So most of what I'm hearing right now is the hum of my voice in my own head, plus a little bit of what's coming through these earphones. It's just a little bit of whatever you call it, direct monitoring sound, just not a huge amount. You could see that when I moved my hand up in front of my face, it made my entire figure really, really dark. I'd fucking love it if this webcam didn't do that, but anyway, there's not much that I can do about it, I don't think. Going to check once again what's happening. Yeah, everything seems to be going smoothly. As long as things are going smoothly in terms of the live streaming, I'm happy. And it seems like everything is going well. Also, another thing to mention is the fact that when I have previously had my display on the left side of the screen, as opposed to the right side, specifically referring to my Let's Play of Breath of the Wild, where I've been doing live versions of that Let's Play, part by part, those were actually flipped horizontally. So that was not the true me, it was like a mirrored version of me. This is the true version of me. This is not flipped horizontally. That's because the camera is actually on my right side. So that's worth mentioning. Just for those who maybe wouldn't know or even care. Well, now you know, and maybe you also care. I don't know. But anyway, we're actually going to get started here because it's been a little while since I started the live stream and we haven't actually done anything, so just going to maybe see what is available. There are a few rooms. As well as that, I'm going to open up the server list. It basically gives you, what's its actual name? It's clean server status, I believe. So it basically shows you all of the rooms in all of the games that Hunsterverse supports. They're all PSP games, I'll actually tell you them. Portable Third, Freedom Unite, and Monster Hunter Freedom. And it shows you who's playing, and in what room. So it's actually really good. There are 3 people currently grinding Rathalos. It says Lost Farm, that is the name of the room itself. However, I don't know if that's regular Rathalos or Silver Rathalos. Because to me, if someone's actually grinding Rathalos, they probably want rubies. But most people, if they've got a clue, would be grinding rubies from silver. Because, believe it or not, and this is really bizarre, the only way to get rubies in this game from either Rathalos or Rathian is to fight their gold and silver versions, which is... The reason why that's the case is because you only need a ruby for the final upgrade of the weapon in question. So it's kind of like they're locking a full upgrade of a weapon behind being able to unlock gold and silver. And even more interestingly, you can't get a ruby through killing them unless you cut off the tail. What I mean by that is that you can't carve a ruby from the tail. So you can only carve one from the tail if you cut it, and you can only get it through capture rewards, or through quest rewards if it's a special event quest or something like that. So that's the weird situation with Rathalos and Rathian rubies in this game. It is pretty much unique to this game. I don't believe any of the other games were quite so bizarre with that, but yeah. And once again, it's kind of strange for me to be... Why does my face look so dark? You know what, let's boost the brightness a little bit, that's pissing me off. The reason why I try to drop the brightness on my visual person here, it's a terrible way to describe it. The reason why I do that is because it's often too bright in some respects. But this is... yeah, here we go. I think what it is it's actually getting darker outside, so it's becoming necessary for me to boost the brightness a little bit. Okay, how about it auto? Can I auto? No. I'd like the default brightness, but this looks okay. This will do the job for now. Alright, I think we're ready to go. So we'll try and join the Lost Farm room. Guildhall 11. Seems that he's reposted the quest, so they might actually be ready to go. Let me just check to see if they're there to start with. Guildhall 11. Oh, I'm not connected to the VPN. I'm retarded. Here we go. So, the connecting process is very easy. You're not seeing any of this because it's only recording the application PPSSPP right now. So what you're seeing is a frozen screen. This will be recoverable. And I don't know if you heard that system sound actually. I believe it is only recording the... I don't know what it's recording. But as long as it's recording, the game will be okay. I have messed around with a bit of audio, so the audio levels should be good. Should be good. Anyway, so all of this describing of mine, or all of this description, is going to be unique to this part, or this iteration of the livestream series, because I have to explain all of this because this is the first part, you see. And in the previous part that I did do for the game, well not for the game, but for the previous livestream series that I was intending on doing, I did go through the whole story about how I got into Monster Hunter, and talked about my experiences in Monster Hunter from pretty much start to finish, like from 2008 up until the present day. While I did go through all of that, I'm still pretty much throwing all of that out. I won't remove it from YouTube, but it's not going to be a legitimate part of any actual livestream series that will be continuing on my channel for any length of time. So, yeah. And once again, that's mainly due to the visual aspects of me looking like a ghost. I mean, maybe some of you like that. Maybe you like a ghostly Doomlink, but I'll tell you what, Doomlink does not like a ghostly Doomlink, so that's kind of how that works. So, they're indeed fighting high-rank Rathalos. I'll try to join a random room. I'm going to first ask if there are any haunts. You say haunt, not hunt, because if you say any hunts with a question mark, the bot will tell you, hey, you're an idiot, because you can just check the rooms, but got a response from someone. It's just PeePoE, so yeah. Let's at the very least try to get into a room that has some hunts going on. As in one that I can actually join that's not... When I say hunts going on, that's really misleading because that might mean the quest is in progress. That's not what I mean. I mean, they're doing a hunt and I can join it. Now, that's actually not a good way to describe it at all, obviously. But that's me and my stupidity. At the moment, I'm just joining any guild hall that has people in it and hoping that they're not on the quest. This is one problem when it comes to live streaming. It's that I'd prefer not to have any downtime, you know. Footage without me hunting. That's something I'd like to avoid. But it becomes a little bit difficult. Hold on. Guildhall 2. Let's join Guildhall 2. Looks like he wants me to join Guildhall 2. So, they've just finished a hunt, so I'll go hunt with them. Hopefully it's not low rank shit. If it is, then oh well. So what are they doing? I will probably use a hammer just to start with, but we'll see if it will be a fire hammer. I don't know. Tropical Volcano, what's this? Steel Uragaan and Black Tigrex. Okay, well, I'm going to go with... I'm just going to tell them that I'm changing weapons. Because one annoying thing about the PSP games, I was about to say PPSSPP games, well no, that's just the emulator, shut up Doomlink. One annoying thing about the PSP games is that you can't stay in the actual room and change your equipment, so they don't know if you're coming back or not, if you're not able to communicate that to them. So, what am I doing? I think we're going to use this. So I'll use water and ice against Uragaan, and then thunder against Black Tigrex, and then we'll go from there, I think. So, I just feel like doing this. I could alternatively use some raw damage, but yeah. I'll save the raw for when I'm into normal level 2 on this gun, I think. This is of course a crouch firing heavy bowgun, which is pretty fun. It's not something that I often do. And the reason why is because crouch fire was a thing that was introduced in this game first. Now, the interesting thing with me is that because I got into bowguns in Monster Hunter Tri, and Tri didn't have siege fire, I was very used to using heavy bowgun as you would any other bowgun, in the sense that I would be rolling around and shooting as normal. Whereas after Portable Third, people started treating heavy bowgun as something that should exclusively be used as a siege weapon, but I never did that. I mean, I did it occasionally, but really I was not in the habit of that. What am I doing? I'm getting some ammunition, so we want some water, wherever that is. Okay, freeze is fine, I need that too. Need thunder. Water. Here we go. So we're going to top that up in the shop. Is Tigrex, Black Tigrex even weak to dragon? Maybe. Maybe baby, but probably not. I think it might be... Thunder is definitely the primary damage dealer, but maybe he's also weak to freezing. Let me just double check that. I say freezing is the shot type, you know what I mean. So let's double check the Tigrex. Black Tigrex weaknesses speak English Doomlink. Black Tigrex, just going on the wiki here. Maybe, you know, sometime next week, if you could, laptop. Piece of shit. My laptop is on the way out, actually. It's been punished. Black Tiger... Just... Oh, Brute Tigrex. I keep forgetting that. He was referred to as Black Tigrex in this game because he didn't have an official translation yet, and that was his description, you know. He's the Tigrex and he's black, so you call him Black Tigrex. Pretty simple. What is his... So, water is his primary weakness. So, okay. Well, let's just make sure that I've got some... These guys are going to get pissed off in a minute, because I have to do this little thing called readying up for the quest. What do I not need? I don't need whetstones, but I do need to remember to put them back in to my... I'm not going to be combining shot types, by the way. It's not happening. Oh, shut up, you cockbag. Like I said, they get a little bit impatient. They're very much like... the 3DS players sometimes, like the random people in Hunsterverse, not the regular players, but the randoms that you join. They're pretty much like the, Just shut up, I need to buy my shot types. All my different shots. I've already done that for these, okay good. Not really keeping track of what I'm doing. That should be good enough. Hopefully these guys are doing enough damage generally, but after that I need a whiskey. Doesn't take much for me to need a whiskey. So this is my current whiskey. I can't even see if you can see that, but hopefully you can. It's called Abeleur, and I'm a little bit conflicted as to how I feel about it. Because when the liquid first touched my lips, my immediate impression was, what? That's what it was. I just went, what? Because it had no bite at all. It just, zero bite. And... I'm not saying that it needs to have bite, but my immediate interpretation was watery, which is weird for a whiskey, like watery. It's a strange way to describe whiskey, but it's kind of like what this is. It's very mild, and like not just in flavor, but also in terms of, I guess, intensity. But I was about to do this. I was actually about to do this. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'll double check what's going on over here. And by that, that's really unspecific. What I mean is just checking if the live stream is going well. Anyway, so yes, it is Uragaan first. Let's head over this way. Is it Uragaan first? No, it's Black Tigrex first. Why in this area? Don't you usually start higher up? That's bizarre. Anyway, I will start with using... Actually, no, let's start with using Thunder, because I'm also going to... This is not quite what I wanted. Let's go into Siege Fire. So I'm going to start with Thunder, because Thunder is not going to be useful on any monster except for this Black Tigrex, this particular quest. So I'm going to exhaust that Thunder first and foremost, and then I'll switch to Water. Now hopefully he will be dead without me expending all of my water. The ideal scenario is that I'll still have some water left to be able to hit Uragaan with that. This is annoying. Can you not? Don't know why I've been trying to evade anyway. Should just be making use of the shield, that's what it's about. It's the entire purpose of this set. Okay, he didn't hit me there. Once again, don't know what the... Oh, not freeze. Already charging me. You prick. Alright, let's heal. As you can see, quick sheath on this does help. Whenever you can comfortably get it on a set, portable third and beyond, it's pretty good. When you're using something like a heavy bowgun, that is, which is very slow generally to put away. Alright, go for a flinch, go for a flinch. Maybe if you could get on target. Oh, there we go. Technically not a flinch, however, it is a damage threshold being reached. Which can effectively be the same as a flinch, in that the attack pattern of the monster is interrupted, thus saving you if he's after you at that time. I think this is too far away. Get the tip of the tail, there we go. I have to say that Siege Fire is very annoying on a monster like this, who will not stay in one place. It's extremely frustrating, actually. As you can see, Siege Fire originally made it so that you had no peripheral vision. You could only have this tunnel vision sort of view. Keeping in mind, of course, that this was the original Siege Fire mechanic. It's just how it used to look. I'm choosing my timing a bit more carefully than I have in the past. There we go. As long as you're not in the process of shooting at the moment that you're trying to shield, you will succeed in the shield. What I should do is at least shoot off the ammo that I have left after the siege has been interrupted, which will be 3 shots in this case. Because what I've been doing is not shooting those off and then committing to a siege only to not be able to fire anything, because I need to shield again. So that was my mistake. I thought he was going to miss me with that. Get ready to shield. Dodgy situation. Again, you fucking dog. I actually did succeed in shielding that time, however, it did not shield the damage enough for me to survive that. Very annoying. As far as that whiskey, Abalur, and I'll tell you which one specifically that it is. It's, double cask matured 12-year-old. Now, I don't know what it was. There was some time when I was drinking it where I went, oh, it's actually kind of good. Which was contrary to my impressions of it for the entire time that I've had it, which has been for maybe 4 days, 5 days now. Need an act potion. I don't have any stamina regenerating items here, which is a shame. Anyway. You are making a lot of noise. Stupid Aptonov. But I'll be checking the Hunsterverse chat in a moment to see if there are any people who I'm actually... You know, people who I know who want to hunt. Because that's always going to be a better experience. Generally the people who participate in conversation in the Hunsterverse chat, and have done for a while, are higher level people. So it's going to be better quests, more successful hunts, faster hunts, and yeah. What faster hunts translates into is more variation, because you're not spending so much time in one single hunt, so you get to generally hunt more. Note to self, siege fire against Tigrex is annoying. Don't do it again. Oh, you absolute tool. Seriously. There is the fact that I do feel slightly out of sorts in this recording scenario, so therefore I'm playing a bit strangely. Can you please not dive? Not roll, but dive, please, if you could actually be a little bit more cooperative. Game. Alright, so following my own advice, I'll shoot off the... I don't know... He might have disconnected, I'm not sure. But that's annoying, to say the least. Anyway, so moving on to water, I suppose. I reckon I can evade you, yeah. Because he's nice and slow right now. We're going to go for the head, because he's going to show it to us for a period of time. So he's going somewhere to eat. This is going to be a fucking long quest. I haven't checked this guy's longsword. I do not know if it's fully upgraded. One thing that I can tell you, however, is that he is really having a poor connection, so hopefully he doesn't lag out as well. I would assume that I'm the current host. So let's go. Should be doing more damage now than we were. But still. Would prefer not to use all this weapon. This is a problem because I do not have enough ammunition for a two-man hunt, I don't think. I'm doing decent damage, but I don't think I'm doing that much damage. I don't have combination materials, and there's only two of us. And I cannot confirm this guy's damage output, to be honest. I don't know what it is. I mean, Elatrion weapons are good, technically, but they were a lot better in Tri when you had purple sharpness. That was the whole idea of Elatrion weapons being overpowered in Tri. Same with Deviljho weapons. You could get sharpness +1 and get the purple sharpness, which in a high rank game, purple sharpness, needless to say, is absolutely crazy. And it was, because that was Tri in a nutshell. If you were truly endgame in Tri, like you wanted to do a lot of damage, I shouldn't say truly endgame, if you actually wanted to be meta in Tri, and the meta game was bullshit in Tri, which is why metagame should be ignored in general. But what it was equip a Drow weapon, or equip an Elatrion weapon. Elatrion weapons were the next stage off, which is insane because Elatrion weapons were primarily dragon weapons, not raw weapons. And yet, you still got a shitload of damage thanks to that purple sharpness, so that was the situation. You had people using Elatrion weapons on everything in that game. That's just how it was. So what I'm basically telling you is that they were aware of that, Capcom that is, and they wanted to change that for this game. And they did it by making purple sharpness non-existent, because high rank game. To my knowledge, there has never been a high rank Monster Hunter, apart from Tri, before or after it, where purple sharpness was achievable in that game, high rank, so this is actually turning out fairly well. I might not have water shots by the time we fight Uragaan, but hey. Still not too bad. I do not want to be using any of my normal shots, I can tell you that much. Oh god, please get on target with that. So I think I'm going to go for a capture, because that's a good point. If I capture Tigrex now, I'm not going to have to use any more ammunition, so that is a good course of action, I would say. Let's do that now. If this guy kills the Tigrex anyway, I'm not going to care, because my point of contention is expending my ammo. And that's not what I want to do, so... Whether we capture or not, I don't care, but the key point is what I just mentioned. I don't care. I should still be able to get a trank on your ass. Yeah, of course. Aha! Check that out, exactly what I expected. Well, not expected, but what I insinuated as a possibility. There you go. I mean, this guy is about as observant as a block of wood, but That's alright. He's lucky that I actually didn't want to capture. I don't know if he's talking in... What are you giving me? Cool drink is at maximum. You idiot. Well, he's not an idiot. He's trying to be nice. It's just I've got cool drinks. Don't worry, man. So you could actually see there that I was trying to carve, but it made me take the cool drink instead. I shouldn't be so unfriendly. He was trying to be nice, but... And actually, I was just talking about him being essentially unobservant, and he noticed that I didn't have a cool drink active, and gave me a cool drink, so you know what? This guy's actually pretty cool. So, there you go. I am very judgmental when it comes to... That guy is walking through the wall. His connection really is poor. But anyway, moving on to Uragaan. But yeah, playing online with people in Monster Hunter does not bring the best out of me. I become a bit of a judgmental arsehole, so you will have to, at the very least, forgive me for that. Maybe not forgive me, but be aware of it. Once again, it's very strange to be in a sound-isolated environment while playing this game. Like, all I can hear is the game and my voice and nothing else, like no outside sounds. I don't game in complete isolation, I have to tell you. It's not my thing, generally. The headphones that I usually use with my PC are wireless headphones that are very, very high-end, about double the cost of these. Excuse me. But that cost is due to the fact that wireless technology, when it comes to high-level headphones, is just so expensive. It's really overpriced. So... I would show you them, but I'm kind of hunting, so I won't. But I think I am aptly equipped for this hunt right here. So... should have enough ammunition, hopefully. Shit, I can't... Okay. I was gonna say, I can't shield that, but... it didn't even get on target with me anyway. This guy is useless. I mean, come on, if I'm in siege mode, then I'm not going anywhere, yet you still can't get on target. You can see that the delay there... well, the period of time between me shooting and not shooting was not long enough for me to successfully shield that, so... that might give you an idea of how long you have to not be shooting for the shield to work. Shit! Okay, fortunately he stopped. It was quite concerning. Got this Uragaan who's going to be sponging hits if I'm not careful. My ammunition is precious, because I don't have combines once again. Oh yeah, I don't have deodorant, so let's not get, I guess, shat on? Yeah. It's supposed to be smelly, not like legitimate shit, but people do have a tendency to refer to Congalala and Uragaan as shitting monsters. No, they're farting, not shitting. Although, farts do contain fecal particles, okay? So, you could technically, based on that, say that they're shitting on you, but, you know... if I'm thinking, and I would prefer not to think about it, but if if I imagine something shitting, it's a bit different to farting, if you understand what I mean. Something a bit more solid's coming out at that point. This is really not the best discussion I've ever had with myself, to be honest with you. But anyway. We're now into freeze. I believe freeze is the secondary... it's not the primary effective element, is it? Pretty sure water is. So what I really should have done is just equipped a water weapon and been done with it, but no. I decided to do this stupid siege gunning, which is generally fine, it's just... what the hell is going on with the connection? You know how it is. Anyway. It's probably lag compensation with this guy and his crazy connection, but anyway. That is true, I have never tried to play an online game on the same connection that I've been streaming with, so... I don't know which would suffer, the game or the stream. Let's check the speed of the stream. Oh, speed of the stream is pretty much as it always is, so... let's heal now while we can. We're not in a position where we're smelly or stink or however you want to refer to that. So, we may as well heal if we can. See how things look. Yeah, everything looks fine. Just checking how I appeared in OBS, because that's the thing. I'm used to being able to monitor OBS whenever I want to, but because I'm actually playing the game on the system, where OBS is running, I can't exactly check it all the time, or at the very least whenever I want. So, get some shots off on the front arms, but I'm not sure if that is the shot zone for Uragaan. I wonder if the unbroken chin is a shot zone. It might be. But it's less so about the shot zones when it comes to elemental shots, and more about the elemental weakness points. Alright. I think Dekar is doing enough damage. I'm going to be aiming for the head now, by the way. I have a feeling that the broken head is the best elemental zone. Or the weakest elemental zone. But having said that, I'm no longer in elemental shots, so let's just promptly ignore that I just said that. Although, I think I'll still want to aim for the broken chin with this, because I think it's probably the best shot zone on him. I know that it most definitely becomes very weak to impact damage when broken, but anyway, need to get a little bit closer than that, a bit out of critical distance for normal. Please don't explode on me. Thank you. It didn't set off a chain reaction there. So, an update on the weather. It is hot, but it's not as hot as usual. And I'm hoping, finally, that the hot weather is beginning to subside. We've had a lot of rain lately, so that's been good. Just using auto guard as usual, even though we're not sieging anymore. You can see that the connection is lackluster at the moment. Why am I sieging? Stop it. That's just a huge waste of my time. Look at this. You have to go through this whole animation. Well, that turned out quite alright, actually. Obviously, Dekar is doing decent damage with his. Uragaan is weak to dragon. Ha 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 ha. You're an idiot, Doomlink. You're an idiot. Anyway, what do you do? Played try for 2,300 hours, can't remember that Uragaan is weak to dragon. Yeah. I understand that this is his subspecies, but the subspecies, at least in this game, a lot of them have the same elemental weaknesses. Or at the very least, what would have been a primary weakness for the original version would then become something like a secondary weakness for the subspecies. The point being that the element is still effective, it just might not be the most effective anymore. So that's generally how it works with subspecies in this game. Anyway. My playback on Twitch is broken, but that's alright. It's just me and my laptop connecting to my home internet, so normal. Just want to see at the very least that things are looking nice. Yeah, looks good actually. I love how good the game looks. It's just so nice. I'm so happy that I can actually not just play Portable Third in such great quality, but also record it in such great quality. It's very nice. Anyway, that is a Gold Crown Large Brute Tigrex, or Black Tigrex. I say black because this is the first game where Black Tigrex appeared, and he was always referred to as black, so I'm sure all of the original Monster Hunter Portable 2nd G players also say brown Blangonga, which I find to be hilarious, but it's probably perfectly normal for them. So, anyway. Brown Blangonga. Alright, let's, that was actually a fairly long hunt, but it was alright. Going to see if any of my friends are hunting. Mako is hunting in Guildhall 10. He's kicking out a... He's also with Trey, actually. Is he with Trey? He is with Trey. He was. He's having to kick out some sniper, which is the problem with Hunsterverse. Not everyone actually uses Hunsterverse how it should be used. And what I mean by that is that they randomly join rooms, taking the slots of other people in the room. And fortunately, because Hunsterverse is amazing, there is a kick system where you can just get rid of whoever the hell you want. So that kick system varies in effectiveness depending on whether or not you are a donator and whether or not you use the true host system, which is something that I recommended Zach to implement and actually donated to get him to implement it faster. The true host kick system is, as long as you are in the guild hall as one person, or the guild hall has no one in there when you create the Hunsterverse quest, you will be given 1 extra kick point. It's usually 3 votes to kick someone out. If you're not a donator, you'll have 2 votes for 1 vote to kick. If you are the true host, and if you're a donator as well as a true host, you get 3 points. Because the idea is that if you're a true host, 1 extra point. If you're a donator, 1 extra point. If it's 3 points in total, and you've got a total of 3 for 1 kick, hey, that means you're instantly kicking people out of the room. That's me. So that's not going to be a problem pretty much whenever we're playing here, live streaming, because I'm able to kick people out pretty much whenever I want. I'll see if there's any room in the Guildhall 11 Rathalos farming room, because they're still going, but they're probably still in the middle of a quest at the moment. Which is annoying, but you know, they're not going to wait for anyone. Yeah, see? Bastards. Is this them? This is them. They're finished with the quest. How about that? What perfect timing. So, the reason why the way in which I can see that they're actually completed with the quest is that they have done thank you points. And, well, it's actually friend level points, or friend points, which is done through a command, which is C thank you, or TY. And C being command. And so that's something that you generally do at the end of the quest, and they've just gone and done that, so yeah. I may as well. Actually, I'm gonna keep my bonus for later. What do you mean bonus, Doomlink? It's a long story. But anyway, as you can see, they have returned. And we will next be hunting a Rathalos, I suppose. They're still trying to kick this guy out of their room right now. Some person got a Jasper. Just going to wait for these guys to be ready to go. And at that time, I will change weapons. I also need to confirm exactly which Rathalos they're hunting. I don't know if it's regular Rathalos or what. That guy's using an ice weapon, which is probably not the best, but anyway. Because ice, I mean, unless you're hunting 2nd gen or 1st gen Rathalos, ice is not going to do very well for you. It's Thunder and Dragon for regular Rathalos, and Thunder and Water for Silver Rathalos. That's the way it goes. And because there are a lot of very weak water weapons, even fully upgraded in this particular game, it is considered better to use Thunder weapons because Zinogre Thunder weapons in this game are really, really strong. So, even though Water is technically better than Thunder against Silver Rathalos, the water weapons are so bad that you're just better off using the secondary element. So that's just how it goes. Let's confirm what they're doing. Silver Rathalos. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this gun again. Doomlink, why? It's because I'm scared that they're going to leave without me if I go and change weapons, so I'm going to equip, well not equip, but put in my pouch some Thunder and Water shots, as well as normal level 2. You can see, based on how quickly they're readying up, that they are absolutely eager to get moving again. So, hopefully these guys are capturing, because if they're not capturing, then they're not going to get any ruby at all, unless they're cutting the tail. And now that I look, they have a good team for cutting the tails, so that's probably what they're doing anyway. Let's go and drink something. I'll drink for Ultra Lucky Cat because, hey, I could use a ruby or 2 as well, probably. I should be holding it like this to drink, not like this. So. I look very uncultured. Anyway. So, I think we're ready to go. Yep. Let's ready up. And go and hunt a Silver Rathalos. This is the single Silver Rathalos hunting quest in the... what's it called again? I forgot the name of the area. It's the area where you first fight Al-Shira, or Azuros, in Portable Third. The Misty Peaks, that's what it's called. It's just referred to as peaks in this game. Can you even see that I'm holding this right now? What is that, Doomlink? It's a screwdriver. I used it to... It's still sitting on my desk after I needed to open up my 3DS to gain access to the SD card, so that's why. I'm randomly twirling a tiny Phillips head screwdriver in my hand while streaming. I really need to be careful when leaving things on my desk because they either get destroyed or get fiddled with too much, and generally getting fiddled with too much is what destroys them, but I fiddle with them that much, you know. Especially back when I used to watch a lot of anime, what I would do is I'd sit watching anime, eating, and fiddling with things. That was me. And that sounds like very ADHD, but I don't have ADHD, don't worry about that. It's just a thing that I used to do. I used to enjoy fiddling with whatever was on my desk. Didn't necessarily need to do that, but anyway. I guess we'll go with water, yeah. We'll do that to start with. Just watching what he's doing, I don't want to... Alright, so we want to aim for the wings. And I hope that we're not going to get too much lag here with the fight. I just can't confirm whether or not any slowdown is due to the fact that I'm streaming or due to the host specifically, because you have to understand that the host specifically is a huge variable when it comes to the connection when hunting in Huntsverse. So, I mean, unless I can isolate it by getting into a room with a host that I connect really well to consistently, an example of that being Sky, a person that I have hunted with a number of times. I think I recorded part 56 for Random Hunts, which has yet to be uploaded, with him in the room, just for an example if you want to see him. See his character in Unite, I mean, how fun. But, point being, I almost rolled into that, it was terrible. But anyway, he is usually a great host for me, like I'll get great connection with him. So if I am streaming and he hosts a room, and I am lagging all over the place, that is proof that it is my streaming which is causing poor connection. But hey, the connection seems fine for now, so I guess that already isolates the fact that any poor connection is indeed to do with host issues, not me streaming. Then again, look at that. Crazy connection business. Sometimes it lags, sometimes it doesn't. What can I do? It is out of my control, long story short. How long have I even been streaming for? I can't check because I can't check OBS right now. I'm busy hunting. Me hunt. Actually, I can check right now. I've been streaming for 47 minutes. We'll probably do about an hour. So maybe we'll finish this quest off and then do one more quest, and that will probably be it. Of course, the wings are the main weakness point for silver and gold. Rathalos / Rathian. Someone has posted a very, very retarded... What the actual fuck has that person posted in Huntsverse? It is a dancing Pepe the Frog, but he looks like he's in some sort of green jumpsuit. He looks like a peanut. It's so bad, but he's doing this creepy dance and it's grossing me out, and it is distracting me from the live stream. But anyway, well, not so much distracting me from the live stream, but distracting me from the hunt at the very least. Thing is, I can't see what anyone else is doing on my team because, you know, tunnel vision. I'll shield that, why not? And then Mega Potion. I do still have a few things that I want to do in this game in terms of building up my character. A lot of things, actually. The current thing that I'm working on in Portable Third is getting enough drink tickets to get the Bamboo Gun Lance, which is the shelling gun lance of this game. And that's going to take me a while, because that's going to require something like... I don't know how many times I'll need to drink. I don't know how many tickets I need. But let's say, for instance, that I need 14 drink tickets. I'll need to drink 140 times, okay? Now, that's fine over a course of a number of quests, like, 140 quests, let's say, but if you're actively trying to get that, that hurts. 140 quests, guys, that hurts. Even if you are grinding harvest tours, which is possible. You can do that. However, that still hurts. Kai is lucky that Rathalos flew there. There, not there. Anyway. So, as far as being able to check chats while recording Portable Third or Unite or whatever I choose to record on the PC, World will be the same because of course I play World on PC. And I will record some World on PC sometime soon, it's just I didn't want part 1 to be in World. That sounds really awful, because I just don't want to do that. World is not very special. Portable Third is a little bit more special than World, if you ask me. I say that ironically, it's actually a lot more special than World. But yeah. I'll do World maybe in the next part of Live Hunts, or 2 parts later. Something like that, because I am playing it at the moment, after having a several month break from World. What possessed me to get back into it? I don't know. I'll never understand. Excuse me. Firing off my 3 shots before going into siege. There we go. Good flash bomb. So we definitely need to go for a capture here. I don't know if we're doing so much damage that we are at risk of accidentally killing him. We are now. I think this is the danger zone right here. We're very close to killing him. Let him limp away maybe. He says as he continues to shoot, likely dealing lots of damage in the process. Thing is, he can't limp anywhere if he's stunned. Oh, he's just, yeah, he's still stunned. Alright, I'm not going to do anything. He's probably going to limp away right now. Or not. I'm telling you, he's frickin' close. He has to be frickin' close. And if we fail the capture, especially after... Alright, you know what? These guys need to cut the tail still. That's important. I should also be aiming for the head. Now, his head does not deal much... Well, sorry, attacking his head does not deal much damage. However, breaking the head gives higher chance of... You know what I mean, rubies. So it is important that you break the head as well if possible. That's why Kai's currently aiming for it. Now, we have to stop, because if we don't capture, it's just a waste of time, really. Got a plate. I think that's like my 16th Rathalos plate. I should show you my guild card for Portable Third as well. I haven't done that, actually, in any recording that I've done. So that's a good idea to do that. Check Twitch. Nothing on Twitch. Literally nothing. Not even me. I'm not even on Twitch because my playback's fucked, so... Oh, home internet. Oh, we already have a trap set up. Isn't that good? Who the fuck put up a bomb? Yeah. Are these guys actually trying to kill it? Do they not realise that you can't carve a gem? Or a ruby, whatever. Can't believe they put bombs there too. Actually, the bomb was probably there from before, to be fair. But I think Kai dropped a bomb as Rathalos was descending, which is ridiculous. Kite's is trying to TY. I have my bonus, but if he has a bonus, I'll let him do it. I don't even know if he has a bonus. He failed in actually achieving that. Anyway. That dancing Pepe the Frog is disgusting. I'd put it up on the screen right now in OBS if I had 0 shame, but I do have shame, so I won't do it. Okay, so Kai, the host, is going to have dinner, so bye-bye. I'm just going to see TY, why not? Give him my bonus. The bonus will also benefit me as well. Basically, Hunts Diverse Friendship points are a bit of a arbitrary point system that doesn't really matter or mean anything. But, you know, it's just a thing that exists, and so I engage with it. Is the head broken? I think the head actually managed to break with all of those bombs going off, which is... it worked out well, and look at that, a Rathalos Ruby. That's my 3rd one. So, basically, the only reason why I have 3 Rathalos rubies is because I was doing the Peaks event with the 4 monsters. It's Nagakuga, Duramboros, Zenoga, and Silver and Gold Rathian Rathalos. So, basically that is really good. Well, the percentages to get the rare items from any of those monsters are really high in that particular quest. So that's why I have a lot of Rathalos rubies. So, I'm sure that there are still weapons for me to make that will require Rathalos rubies, so I would guarantee that I'll get some use out of them, but yeah, we'll see. I'm probably not going to hunt with these guys anymore. I'd say that I'm done now. But I don't know if there's anyone else actually hunting, so maybe I won't bother changing rooms. We'll just double check to see what else is going on. I just don't think there's anything else going on, actually. I'll just stay in here. We'll do one more Silver Rathalos, but I'll change my equipment just to keep things nice and interesting for you. Don't need too much monotony. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Actually, I won't show you my guild card yet. I need to change my equipment as soon as possible so that I don't get my spot stolen. Let's use Hunting Horn. Hold on, do I have a Hunting Horn that will be effective? I can't even remember what Hunting Horns I have right now. What do I have? I don't think I have any, really. Can I use my eyes and actually see what I have? Oh, let's use Darkest Coffin. Need to relearn what the notes are, but that's alright. It's very easy to do in this game. It's not quite so easy to do in Unite, though. You're not given a list of notes. Hopefully my spot hasn't been stolen. No. Good. So, Darkest Coffin, obviously, being a poison weapon, is pretty good. Because you can use it against pretty much any monster. And who keeps track of the monsters that have high poison resist anyway? I don't. Why do I keep holding it like this? Like, what is possessing me to do that? You hold it like this. Like that. Drink it like that. Fuck's sake. Oh, evening party. Hold on. Isn't this the... yeah, gold and silver. Hey, you know what? That's actually working out really well for me because I was worried that I was going to be doing 2 of the same quests and that would be kind of monotonous for the video, but hey, we've actually got a slight variation to that now, so that's good. Yeah, Ultra Lucky Cat again, I think. Why the hell not? So I think that guy, or some other guy in our room also got a ruby, so that's nice. I'll just let people know that there's 1 spot left for this particular quest. Anyway. So, hopefully my appearance isn't too dark right now. I might actually, because I do think that what's happening right now is it's getting darker outside, so there's less natural lighting on my face. So what I might actually do is boost the brightness further. Which looks kind of weird, yeah. But hey, it's better than not being able to see me. So we'll just do this. I hope it's not too side-on for you guys. It feels weird for me to look at that angle to see you, as in like the camera. But hopefully it's not too side-on. It's technically a test anyway, so... The lighting is better for me now anyway. The game looks so good. I love how it looks. I do tend to forget, and I also take it for granted how good the game actually looks, but... you know, this is portable third. It didn't look that great on the PSP. Looks better than 4U and Generations does on the PSP, I'll tell you that. No. On the 3DS, because, you know, 3DS looks disgusting, generally. But, hey. Still look pretty bad on the PSP, as you'd expect. And it looks amazing here. it is worth mentioning that this is the HD version. The PSP version can be emulated in BPSSPP, however, originally it could not be emulated. The first version of Portable Third that was able to be emulated was the version that I'm playing right now, which is the HD version, so fun fact. Going to start with some movement speed up, obviously, and I guess we'll do attacks, or Mind's Eye. I was going to say attacks more difficult to break, or attack deflection prevention, which rolls right off the tongue. But let me just double check the notes. You, dog. Anyway, nothing I can do, it's not his fault necessarily. What have we got? Okay. Okay, so hearing protection is that. Okay. Hearing protection and attack boost large is all we're going to bother with here. So if I can memorize these. Is that blue? Let's say blue, blue, red, purple. Okay. Where are we? Oh, let's go here. Where are you going? Oh, they must have paintballed the Rathian. Shit. So now they're both in here. Well, never mind, that was the Rathalos. Jesus. Okay, well let's start with, it was red. I'm doing attack up first. No, that's not how you do that, you retard. And then purple again, wasn't it? Let's just get attack up large on the go. Then we'll of course get attack boost bonus. Can you not? That oh, that's so good. I managed to, while playing the hunting horn, get KO damage off on both of their heads whilst avoiding the tail flip of the Rathian. That was amazing. Beautiful. I also got a full playoff there, as in I was able to do the... what am I trying to say? I could do the encore as well. So that was very nice. So let's get some... Is it red and then purple? Yes, I believe so. Would have helped in that situation. So basically, the hearing small is not very impressive. However, when you recite all that, as you're about to see, it becomes more effective. Hearing protection large. I don't believe that there is any such thing as hearing protection bonus, because if you've got hearing protection large, it's like, that's as good as it gets anyways, so. We're going to go for the KO, for the simple reason that we need to break the head to get better chances for rubies anyways, so may as well, in the process, get some KO damage off. The reason why I say going for the KO as well is because if you look at my skill set, I have Knockout King on this set as well. So, very useful. The reason why I'm doing the Super Pound here is because that is what is most damaging, so it's useful. I do want to heal myself of this poison, but it's too tempting to be able to deal damage here, so that's what I'm doing for now. I actually don't know if because Rathian deals poison through her tail, that makes her resistant to poison in any way. I really should look into that. But I would like to guess that she isn't more resistant for that reason. If she is more resistant, then that's probably the reason why, but I would doubt that that's actually true. Shit! I wanted to do the Super Pound there. Also, this asshole is back already. He has not been gone for very long. That's very annoying. Alright. Please KO at some point. Did you... Oh, they both got dunged, which is great because now they'll be together forever. Ooh, that would have been really cool KO if that would have worked. I think she got knocked over again, did she? Oh, that was the KO. Someone else got it off. I feel like it's been stolen from me, but anyway. Should have been going for the wing at that point because the head's already broken, and I'm not going to go for a second KO. Oh, dead? Shit. Well, that's one problem because, of course, these two have less health because it's a double quest. But maybe we get rubies in the quest rewards, possibly. But all I can tell you is that if we don't get rubies in the quest rewards for this particular quest, then that means that we're not going to be getting any frickin' rubies from Rathian, so, fact. Anyway, I'll probably replay songs in a moment. I think they've all worn off. I'll replay my movement speed up. Even if I still have my movement speed up right now, it's good to just keep that going. Oh, I don't have it. How about that? We'll get hearing protection to start with. Are you attacking me? Yes, you are. Asshole. No, wrong one. There we go. I'm not really using Hunting Horn how you should use it. You should be playing the notes while actually hitting the monster. I'm playing it sort of as you would play traditional Hunting Horn, where if you're playing the songs, it's far away from the monster. But the whole idea is that Hunting Horn was changed so that you didn't have to stay away from the monster to play the songs. So, anyway. So let's get our attack back on the go. That is what needs to be topped up most often. Oh, you fucking asshole. I don't think I actually have, and I'm just doing this, by the way, to get out of this. It's actually really effective, as you can tell. And it's a lot more quiet. Can't really do it in the original version of the game, of course, on the PSP. Need to get some hits off on the head as well. Oh, forgot that I needed to heal. Let's do that. Don't want to actually risk death. That would suck. So I still need to get my attack boost bonus on the go. So let's do that. Of course, that's the Rathalos classic. Mainly 3rd gen Rathalos. He wasn't so annoying with that in the older gens, with his fireballs. You generally telegraph that a bit more, but in 3rd gen, starting with Try, the Rathalos classic was, you know, you just want to go and hit the monster and then he's gone and disappeared and replaced the point where he was with a fireball, which is probably going to hit you in the face. So, very frustrating, but I guess part of hunting the Rathalos in the first place is to be aware that he's probably going to do that at some point or another. So, long story short, get good. There we go. Oh, his head is already broken, so it feels like a bit of a waste to go for the KO, but hey, let's just give it a try. The combo that I'm doing right now is the most damaging one to my knowledge. There we go, that is a KO, I think. Going to aim for the wings. Yeah, that's a KO. Wasn't sure. At least I think it was. Yeah, that wasn't... that was too long to be a knockdown, so that must have been a KO. So if we can at least capture this guy, please. Oh, you're so smart. Upswinging with your switch axe. Ugh. Not even limping, so annoying. It would be good if someone had Capture Guru, but the problem is that I always find myself going, oh, why does no one have Capture Guru? And then I realize, well, why don't I have Capture Guru? If I'm so annoyed that someone else doesn't have it, then maybe I should equip it. So, long story short, I end up shutting up about it, so, yeah. But it would be nice. I mean, I just don't want to trade off or trade out my damage for Capture Guru, so I'd prefer someone else did it, I guess. If we kill him, I will be annoyed. Because it's going to waste everyone else's time, not just mine. Well, it's not going to be a waste of time necessarily, but I would like some more Rathalos rubies. You know, 4, or is it 3? How many do I have? Maybe it's 3. 3 isn't enough. 4 isn't enough. So, I want more. Hearing protection is still active. Just at this point getting hits off, I'm worried that, yeah, exactly. When it comes to the reduced health monsters, they just die too quickly. What can I do? Doesn't matter how concerned I am that we might get stuffed over. We're probably going to get stuffed over anyway. Because it does not... The Rathalos will not limp fast enough, is what I'm telling you. The amount of damage we're dealing is just too high. Especially as... Oh, I was about to say, especially as a group of 4, but that's right. The 4th guy broke off. So, how long have we been recording for? About an hour and 10 minutes. That's probably enough. There isn't that much going on in Portable Third at the moment anyway. Unless there is something else going on. What about ranks? I'm going to ask Trey if there is room. Unless he's... oh, then again. Seeing as though I still have daylight and it's not affecting my green screen, I may as well just keep going. I would like to do that. May as well make the most of the day, you know. If I'm sitting here, still doing it, may as well keep going. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, Doomlink. I do not know if quest rewards are a thing for this particular quest. Like whether or not rubies can be dropped just from the quest rewards. What that means is that it is completely... it has nothing to do with wound rewards, it has nothing to do with capture rewards, it is just innate rewards for completing the quest. So... anyway. What else are these people doing? So... they're doing Hunter Rank 3 quests, which is boring. I would prefer to do high rank. Because put it this way, I'm not going to use weaker equipment. And if I don't use weaker equipment, then everything's going to die too quickly. So it's basically a situation where, oh, V3 is hanging around. V3 is one of the more... I guess he plays a lot of Monster Hunter. Long story short, more than some other people. Myself included, probably. He's probably played more Monster Hunter than I have, overall. Which is kind of crazy to calculate, because if you're like me and you pretty much only play Monster Hunter games, like, I've spent the last 12 months pretty much exclusively playing Monster Hunter and nothing else. Anything else that I have played has been for YouTube, and that's it. So... I mean, those 12 months went really really fast, but now that I stop and think about it, yeah, it has been 12 months since I made the decision, hey, let's just play Monster Hunter and nothing else. So, yeah, if you're like me, then the amount of time that you rack up across all of the Monster Hunter games is a really high number when you actually combine it all together. So, I'd like to hunt with V3 if he's around. Going to ask for any high rank hunts. Going to do a sweat emoji as well. Because I'm sweating over the idea of having to do low rank stuff. Excuse me. Guess we'll have another whiskey. Here's the bottle, by the way. Don't know if you've seen it. Then again, I should make sure that you can even see it by checking my own thing. As in my own camera through OBS. Just have a little bit more. It's really not that nice for whiskey, to be honest with you. Bothers me. Apparently someone is saying is a 5-year-old, apparently they joined a room and is getting kicked. It's pretty much Hunsterverse in a nutshell. You're having to spend time kicking random people. It's annoying, yes, but what can you do? If I don't get into a hunt sometime soon, then the stream will be over, I think. Or I could join some random rooms. Let's do that. Alright, we'll start with Guildhall 3. See what they're doing. Probably on a quest once again. This is the problem. If you join a random room, there is a good 90% chance that they're going to be on a quest, so... It's annoying, but... Oh! Maybe not. What are they doing? Are they low rank? Probably. Once they load, of course. Are they in here? Ah, low rank. I guess it's a bit picky of me to only want high rank quests, but... Oh, someone's grinding Duramboros. Time to go do that. Guild Hall 13. Assuming that there's a slot open, which there should be. I don't think that there are 4 people who have already decided to join, so I would say that I am allowed to join. I haven't actually hunted with Salad Queen before. That is assuming that Salad Queen isn't some name change of some description. Which it probably isn't. Obviously, she or he or whatever it is enjoys fighting Silver Rathalos, so that's one thing. For the sake of my Zenny, I'll probably have a cheaper drink. Weakener will do. Just to reiterate again, it's very strange to be an isolated sound like this. But anyway. Because, once again, when the only way you can hear your own voice is through your ears, but it's not actually you hearing your own voice, it's bizarre, okay? But anyway. Oh, Min is going to join. Probably. The last time that I actually recorded with Min would have been Random Hunts part. Let's find the part. I'll be able to find it through my list of uploads. It might have been part 51. Yep. Random Hunts part 51 when I was last hunting with Min, which was... Not last hunting with her, but... or him, whatever. It was December 4th. Last year. So, not too long ago. Oh. It's getting brighter, weirdly enough. Outside. I don't look too bright on the screen, so we'll keep it like that. Who the fuck? Oh, that was the person coming from the previous Rathalos room, which is probably no more. I'm gonna join the quest, by the way. I will use this hunting horn once again, that's fine. It's mainly because I couldn't be bothered actually changing, so whatever. It is annoying that I have to sit here and wait for people to join. I would like things to be a bit more fast-paced than this if it's a live stream. For the simple reason that I can't edit through it if it's a live stream, obviously. Me saying obvious things, but it is true. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? What a question. God, the game looks good. It does, it looks really good. No one is actually finding the live stream on Twitch. Obviously, Portable Third is just not something that people look for, ever. But people do find 4 Ultimate streams, but... like, 4 Ultimate and above, anything before 4 Ultimate, I think no one's gonna find. Maybe 3 Ultimate? Maybe. I'll definitely stream some 3 Ultimate. Hey, that would be pretty good, because I never play 3 Ultimate anymore. I think part of it has to do with the fact that I just couldn't be bothered doing it in the random hunt setting. So I'll do it in the live hunt setting instead, and maybe it'll be better. I don't know. But I can't promise that the quality of the hunts will be high, for the simple reason that I don't know who is even playing right now. So I'll have to pretty much go with whatever hunt is around, I think. Because there are probably only like 10 people playing at a time in 3 Ultimate at the moment, so... maybe the next iteration of this video series will be in 3 Ultimate. Just to get me playing that again. Because I am upset that I don't really play it much anymore. The reason why I don't is because no one's really playing online. Around... when was it? I suppose it was mid-2017, early to mid 2017, the online community well and truly dropped off. So, yeah. It was low before then, but it really died around mid 2017, so. I really don't like that whiskey. No matter what I do, I just don't like it. Now, I don't know if it's that particular bottle. Maybe something was done to the bottle. It could have been left in the sun during transit. Who knows? Like, weird shit like that happens, you know? So maybe the whiskey was just destroyed by something. Like being left in the sun, which is something that I've heard happens quite often. Or at the very least, more often than you may think. But, if this is what the whiskey tastes like consistently, like if I went to Scotland, right? And went to their fucking place and got the bottle from them and it tasted like this. Holy shit. I've been telling you to steer clear of it, I think. It's mainly because of what I paid for it, okay? The amount of money that I paid for that whiskey is not... Like, I am not going to accept drinking something that I don't particularly enjoy drinking if I spent that much money on it. That's the point. If you want to know how much even was it? Must have been 80 Australian dollars, so yeah. It's a bit more than I'd be willing to spend on something that doesn't taste good, if you know what I mean, so. That whiskey, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Whoa, look at that, there's a jet stream going on there. So I'll aim for the tail because that is what is most... Could you maybe not? Hika. Were you the one who disconnected last time? Maybe. Maybe, baby. We'll get some hearing protection on the go. Is it red? Next? Yes. This is the hearing song. It's fairly easy for me to memorize the songs. I don't know, maybe I... Does that make me a visual learner, I guess? I'm a visual learner, I think. Most people know whether or not they are. Whereas you have me who's like, I think I am. Like, I'm pretty sure I am. Anyway. There we go. I've never used a hunting horn in World, and I do plan to do that fairly soon. I'm trying to get the Deviljho hunting horn right now in World, actually. I was playing it just earlier on today. And I need 5 tall fangs from Deviljho. I hate hunting Deviljho in World. He's so boring to fight. And his hit zones are garbage. So it's just overall annoying to fight him. So, yeah. And then breaking the head online when you're the only one hitting the fucking head is kind of annoying, but... It's also goddamn hard to hit that flailing piece of shit anyway, so... Oh, world. Why do you do this to me? Hitting the tail. I would guarantee that one of the reasons why it takes so long to kill Duramboros is because people often attack him in places where he is not weak. He is not weak in his back legs. He is not weak in his front hands. He is not really weak on his head, really. I realized just now that I didn't actually rest in the hot spring, but that's okay. I'm not taking many hits anyway, so I won't even waste a max potion. But yeah, he doesn't take that much damage on his head. His real weak points are the tail and the hump. The hump particularly... Oh, I didn't hit you, Salad Queen. Alright. All good. I did do attack up large, didn't I? I think I did. What's my damage? 258, is that right? Oh, yeah, probably. Well, let's do it again, just in case. I must have been monologuing about something and... Oh! No way, that was a crazy KO right there, because I did not intend for it at all. Didn't even mean to hit his head, but I did and achieved the KO. I'll take it. Need to go back to the tail over here, just for more damage. Can't even reach the stupid thing. You're really funny, Salad Queen. just pulling out upswings for no reason. You do realise the motion value on that is not particularly good, right? Now, one question that some of you might have when it comes to Doomlink's live hunts is, does the existence of this series mean that you're not going to do random hunts anymore? No, it doesn't. Because for me, maybe not for you, but for me they're two completely different things. Because getting ready for a live stream and sitting down to do a live stream is a very different process to doing a post-recording. I call it post-recording in the sense that I record it and then formulate it into a video which is then uploaded later. The process of that is very, very different. So therefore, I would say the video in general that you would have as a result is also very different. So the question would be, would I want to... Hold on, two of them. I didn't know that we were doing a double quest until I saw a Duramboros coming with horns that were not broken. So, yeah. Anyway. Let me get away from that guy. We're not doing very well then. If this guy has reduced health and we're still fighting him right now, you know what, I blame the fact that that other prick broke off. We'll blame his internet, shall we? Fucking internet. But yeah, the question might be, would I still want to do the random hunts format if I can live stream instead? And the answer is yes, so yeah. As long as you guys are still into it, I'm still into it, basically. And I think you're still into it. Long story short, random hunts will live on. But I suppose it will be recorded less often, comparatively speaking, to how it was before this particular live stream series came into being. For the simple reason that days where I would like to live stream are instead going to be days where I live stream instead doing random hunts, if it is my interest to play Monster Hunter. So obviously that will result in less random hunts recordings overall, but hey, I haven't been doing many of those lately anyway, but it was my intention to ramp up the number of those, because that is one of my favourite pastimes when it comes to, you know, playing Monster Hunter, being able to record it for random hunts. I just haven't done it lately because I guess I've been focusing on live streaming Demon Souls, which has gone right down if you haven't noticed. I do plan to do one per week, but yeah, I don't know. It's not that I find it less fun now, it's just that I have a lot of other things that I enjoy doing in terms of recording as well, so I just don't want it to be so Demon Souls dominated, if you understand. Where's the other guy? Did he go into area 2? The area with the Incan Pyramid is area 2, isn't it? This is area 1. Yeah. This is area 2. Is he over here? He was dung bombed out of his location, so I thought he might have gone back in here, so... I do still have the Irishman whiskey, which is this one here. I do still have this one, as you can see. I have a decent amount left of that. But how I'm treating that whiskey right now is, if I want just a little bit of very nice whiskey, I'll have that one. So I'm actually savouring it, which is ridiculous, because that's just the level of quality that I would expect out of a whiskey that I'm going to spend that kind of money for. But now it has become, through the power of comparison, it has now become this amazing elevated thing, because that Abeleur is just shit. And once again, it could just be that bottle. I don't know. But anyway, so I need to start replaying songs because I've not been paying attention at all. So let's do that now. I'm not hitting the monster because my current priority is getting some attack boost. Alright. We'll heal and then do that again. Which is annoying, because I could have just recited that and it would have been done, but no, I have to play the whole shit all over again. Excuse me. Otsy Saucy, I mean, what a name. Really, what a name. Alright, so we're going to play the hearing song now, because I would say that we need to do that fairly soon. The reason why it played another note there for blue is because it's really easy to play that third one, because it does like a really quick poke if you're spamming the attack button for that particular note, so yeah. Alrighty, so we are good with songs once again. Those are the only two that I would bother using here. It's not a location where we need hot drinks, and it's not a location where we need cold drinks, so heat and cold cancel are just not useful at all. So I'm going to aim for the head to get the KO off. If I could actually get on target, please. Jesus. There we go. At least I got that. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that was lag compensation or just a delayed KO. Because if it was the last hit that I did there, then that was definitely lag compensation, because I was way off target on my screen. Lag compensation in the sense that it compensates based on my position. So, yeah. You probably know what I mean by that anyway. It'll be interesting to watch this live stream back, because this is really weird. Being able to play portable third while live streaming, I mean, crazy. Remember when I said that I have to remember to get my whetstones back? Well, that's something I didn't do. We should be alright for the rest of the quest, hopefully. Hopefully. Anyway. Got a shiny here. What is it? Large wyvern tier. That's all good. I guess technically I really did not set up for this quest very well at all, because I forgot whetstones and didn't rest in the hot spring. I find it very easy to not rest in the hot spring in this game, because that's how you get your health up. There's no other way unless you consume a max potion. So... or an ancient potion, you get the point. I'll be aiming for the tail here when he... oh, never mind, he didn't do that. Didn't remain in one position. Bastard. Of course, this is Duramboros' first game appearance. He was Dobo Ruberuku, and he was pretty crazy, at least I thought he was pretty amazing at the time. Because to me he was like this really beefy Devil Joe, because he had that same swinging bite attack. But this guy seemed a lot less nimble, so to be able to see him do that was kind of intimidating. And then I also viewed this guy as a very high health sort of monster, because it always took me a long time to kill him. So... and I didn't really know his weak points either. It wasn't until maybe 2011 that I realised, hey, his weak point is actually his tail. I kind of had a feeling that his hump would be a weak point, but the tail I just had no idea. But definitely the tail is the main weak point that's easiest to hit. So these guys are trying to get Duram Sacrum, that's what it's called. I was going to say Duramboros Sacrum, but it's just Duram Sacrum in terms of the actual material name. Whether or not that's taken from 3 Ultimate, I don't know, because this particular English patch for Portable Third, it's worth mentioning, was actually updated following 3 Ultimate's release, because of course that was an official translation for a lot of things that originated in Portable Third but never had an official translation, of course, because this game only came out in Japan and was never given an official localization / translation. So 3 Ultimate, to reiterate, was the first game where a lot of that did occur, where we actually have legitimate translations for things that we were only fan translating before. So a lot of things were edited in this particular translation of Portable Third. Some things were left as before, but yeah. For example, Black Tigrex is still Black Tigrex because Brute Tigrex was never a thing until Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, because there were no Tigrex or Tigrex subspecies in 3 Ultimate, fact. So therefore there was no official translation of Brute Tigrex until 4 Ultimate, basically. So yeah, that's why it's still Black Tigrex here. So what I'm basically telling you is that the edit was made after 3 Ultimate came out, but that was the final edit of this game in terms of its patch. So, yeah, that's how it happened. So, things still seem to be streaming nice and smoothly. How long have we been going for? DS4 was minimized this entire time. Like, minimized to the extent where the application wasn't even open, it was just running in the background. Man, it worked perfectly fine, so how about that? Thanks, DS4. For once, being reliable. For once. Seriously. It's usually doing nothing but giving me grief, but it's doing alright today. Anyway. Go and top up that max potion. Is there anything else? That's what it was. I knew there was something that I was missing. Whetstones. That's why I said, is there anything else? And I remembered immediately. So, unless there's something else going on, I think that's going to be it. Also, my Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on Citra video just hit 100 views. It's not exactly my best video, so I'm a bit upset that that's the one that gets lots of views, but whatever. I mean, fucking hell. We've got 1 dislike, which is to be expected, and 7 likes, so that's good. I don't know if anyone subscribed as a result of this video. I don't believe so. I haven't received any subscribers since I uploaded it. Still at 106. But, you know, hopefully the video is good enough to be a decent example for what my content is like. Generally, I'm not going to upload a video that isn't up to my standards, but I do have videos that are better than others, and I wouldn't say that that was particularly good, you know, so... But that's how it is. You can't pick and choose what video is going to be viewed a lot. You just can't. It's the same with the live streams. Like, I'll have a live stream that is amazing, but the one that was kind of average is the one that gets lots of views, and I'm like... Anyway, there's not much you can do about it. That's life. Alright, let's see if anyone else is doing anything. Because I'm not going to hunt any more Duramboros. That is it for me when it comes to Duram. Or Dobo. Doboru Beruku. He was called Dobo for the longest time because of that name shortening. I mean, who the hell wants to say Doboru Beruku? You just say Dobo. Easy. Done. I think that's it, guys. There's nothing else really going on. And definitely it depends on the time of day that you choose to actually play, and I've chosen the dead time of day. Seriously, this is when no one's playing, so I'm lucky that I even have this many hunts to join in Hunsterverse. For the most part, Hunsterverse is active during European times, really. So, anyway, that's it for this live stream, guys. This has been the very first Monster Hunter live stream for the Doomlink's Live Hunts series, not including the previous one that I did before, which is just not... That means nothing. That particular live stream was just a test as far as I'm concerned. It will stay uploaded on my channel, but it will not be included in any playlists, especially not the playlist that will be created for this video series that I'm doing right now. So, this is, in effect, the first part of hopefully many parts to be recorded in the future. For now, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you when I'm next hunting in... Probably Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, to be honest. I'd like to do 3 Ultimate. If 3 Ultimate doesn't really work out, and the only way that that wouldn't work out is if there are just no people playing, and that's definitely possible. I can't rule out that possibility. I'll have to try to play at a good time of day, because that's going to make a big difference when so few people are playing anyway. But, yeah. I think that when you next see me, I will either be in 3 Ultimate or... World. If I feel like it's still too early to do World in the video series, that is, I'll probably do Unite or Portable Third again. But and then occasionally I might be lucky enough to do 4 Ultimate, but the thing is I don't know if I'm going to do 4 Ultimate in this series. That's 4 Ultimate is an example of something that I would do for what's it called again? Random hunts. Because seriously, that's something that needs to be edited, because there's a lot of downtime with a game like that. So, Anyway, thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you in the next iteration of Doomlink's live hunts. Need to try to remember the name of that so that it rolls off the tongue a little bit better. Anyway, I'll catch you all when I'm next recording a live stream. Catch you guys.